Ferdinand Magellan, the Portuguese explorer sailing under Spain's flag, had one goal: expand Spanish rule to the islands of the Philippines. But as his fleet approached the shores of Mactan, he had no idea that his arrogance would lead him straight to disaster. On the island, a fierce warrior king named Lapu-Lapu watched from the shore. He knew what was coming, and he was ready to fight. While Magellan believed he could convert and conquer the people of Mactan, Lapu-Lapu had already made his choice. There would be no surrender, no peace, only war. Gathering his fiercest warriors, Lapu-Lapu prepared his strategy. They would use their speed, their knowledge of the land, and their unity to strike fear into the invading Spaniards. The battle for Mactan was about to begin. At dawn, Magellan's forces landed, expecting a quick and easy fight. They were armed with steel swords, muskets, and armor. But they had one fatal weakness. The water was too shallow for their ships, forcing them to wade through the waves in heavy armor. Every step was slow, and every second, Lapu-Lapu's warriors were getting closer. With the Spanish approaching, Lapu-Lapu's warriors prepared for the battle of their lives. They didn't have muskets, but they had spears, campilan swords, and the advantage of home ground. And leading them was Lapu-Lapu, unshaken, fearless, and ready to show the world that his people would never bow to foreign invaders. The battle erupted. The Spanish muskets fired, but their shots were wild. Lapu-Lapu's warriors moved too fast, striking with precision. Magellan ordered his men to hold the line, but they were being overwhelmed. For every Spanish soldier that fell, the fear in their eyes grew stronger. Trapped in the water, their heavy armor became their downfall. The once mighty Spanish soldiers were now slow, vulnerable, and completely exposed to Lapu-Lapu's warriors. Lapu-Lapu saw the weakness and struck. The invaders were crumbling under the weight of their own arrogance. The two leaders finally met in battle. Magellan, the seasoned explorer, against Lapu-Lapu, the fierce defender of Mactan. Steel against steel, strength against strategy. But Magellan was slowing down. Lapu-Lapu was relentless. Magellan staggered, blood dripping from his wounds. His men called for retreat, but it was too late. Lapu-Lapu, victorious, stood over the so-called great explorer. Magellan had underestimated his enemy, and now he would pay the price. With Magellan dead, the Spanish forces panicked. They had never expected to lose. The mighty empire of Spain running for their lives. Lapu-Lapu and his people had done the impossible. They had defeated the invaders, proving that no empire could conquer the spirit of a free people. Lapu-Lapu's victory was more than just a battle. It was a statement to the world. He became the first native to resist colonial rule, a symbol of strength and independence. Today, his name stands tall, a legend in Philippine history. The Battle of Mactan was not just a fight. It was a legacy that lives on forever.